Okay. Uh, what we're going to do now is we're going to create what's called a key schedule, and we'll put information into this schedule, and then when we create a room finish schedule, it pulls data from that schedule. And what a key schedule does is it prevents us from having to retype the same information over and over again, or pulling it like we did previously with the room names or types uh, to do the little pull down. Now, on a residential project like you're going to do in 1129, we've got maybe a dozen rooms total. And so it's easy enough just to enter the information straight into the room schedule, which is the way the tutorial in that class works. If you want to create a key schedule to do that, feel free. That will be quite all right. And so what we're going to do, we're going to go create a schedule again, schedule quantities, and we're going to choose a room type. Where you at? Rooms. But right here, we're going to change it to schedule keys, and room style schedule will be fine. Room style, that's fine. And we'll say OK. Now you notice it added a field here called key name. That's going to be a description of our rooms. And so we want to add the base finish, the floor finish, the wall finish, and the ceiling finish. And we're going to add them in that order because that's how they're going to show up on our room finish schedule when we create it. And so we'll go OK. All right, and so here's our schedule. There's no data in it yet. It just has the headers. And so let's see, we need what? Let's go, we need 4 data rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to rename these right here. Office. Oops. Restroom. Ah, that's fine. I'm going to say utility, and then foyer. How's that sound? All right. Now then, our foyer is going to be really pretty. So we're going to go wood, tile, and you can put a description of what type of tile. And here we'll go GWB for gypsum wallboard, and ceiling finish is ACT. Okay, so the offices, we'll get vinyl base, carpet, gypsum wallboard, and ACT. Restrooms, and your finish here could have a more descriptive, like it could be color, it could be type, it could be material number. That's fine. It could be all the whatever. For our restrooms, let's go tile. I misspelled. I keep misspelling it. Well, I misspelled it in the first one, didn't I? Okay, so restroom. We'll just go with gyp wallboard. And it gets the ACT. Utility, this is going to be like our maintenance and our IT and our storage. So the base will be vinyl. The floor will be vinyl sheet. gypsum wallboard, and ACT. Okay. All right. So there's our key schedule. Now we can close that down, and let's create our room finish schedule. And we're going to call it room finish schedule. Okay. All right. And we could do level. We're going to start with the room number, since we've got them all numbered. And we're going to go with a name. And finishes, where's it at? Base finish. Finish. Wall finish. And ceiling. And then we'll do an area and a comments. Now, we also need a room style. And that's our key. That's the key that brings in the key schedule data. Okay, and so let's move that up to right after name. There we go. Okay. All right. And so now, let's go ahead and sort these based on room number. Okay. And elevator shaft doesn't get any finish. So we could filter by room number, and we could make it is greater than, probably should do greater than or equal to 101. Okay, because our elevator shaft has no finish whatsoever. Okay, and so now we can come through here and we can pick our room style. The lobby is a foyer. See, it fills in that information. Of course, office. Stairway 1 is utility, basically. Building maintenance be utility. Okay, so you see how this works. And that's a quicker way than going into each and every field to do this. At some point, it's like, on a residential project, maybe do a key schedule, maybe not. I don't know. You could do it either way. Okay, if you want, when you do your 1129 project and the others, you can do this key schedule. That'd be fine. All right. Okay, so that's good on that. Let's look at door schedules. And see what we've got available. And we're going to go with just scheduled building components, okay? All right, now then, a door schedule. For residential, basically it's, the door number, a description. For a commercial building, you're going to have more type of information. So let's start out here with level. And then door number, where's it at? Did I miss it? Oh, that is Mark. Okay, and we'll show you how to deal with that. Okay, size, width, and height. Width and height. Let's look at. Hmm, okay. Hmm. Let's go frame material and frame type. I need to reverse those. Frame type, frame material. Let's see. Fire rating. That's a good one for commercial type stuff. And then comments. You could have finish if you got a variety of different type doors, whether they're wood or paint or stain or something like that. Um, was looking. This doesn't have anything about hardware. Um, so that's all right. We'll go with what we've got. Okay. All right, and so let's tile our views here so we can see what we've got going on. Okay, and so door number one. Let's sort this. Sorry. Sort by level, then by mark. Okay. All right. A couple of things. Okay, so here we can change the mark easily in our schedule. You remember we talked about renaming doors as they, based on what room they're going into. And so here, door number one is right here. Let's renumber that to 101A. And this one over here would be number two is now 101B. Okay. Number 23 will be 104. Number 24 is 103. You see how it's going here? Okay, so I'm not going to do all of them in the project, just enough to get this ground floor finished out. Okay. All right, and you can see, oh, I still got another one there. That one didn't take. Oh, I've got two. Oh, that one there. I renamed the wrong one. Okay. Okay. All right, and so you can see how now that was a quick and easy way to renumber my doors. It's easier in the door schedule. Okay, so width and height, that comes straight from the parameters. The frame type, okay, so let's look at these doors. And remember we looked at them, and these are commercial type doors. They have hollow metal frames. And we're using all drywall frames instead of a masonry insert. I don't know, these exterior doors here, actually, they probably could be masonry inserts. No, we got a metal stud wall. It just needs to be a bigger frame. So actually the frames on these doors are not cool for what we're doing, but we're just going to slide with it. Okay. So we could come in here and the interior office doors, if it's not a secure door, they could be hollow metal knockdowns. The exteriors are hollow metal welded. So we'll come here and we'll say hollow metal, capitals, hollow metal welded. And these could be hollow metal KD for knockdown, which means you can, it comes in 3 parts and you just assemble it as you're building the walls. Okay. And there could be a fire rating on the frames. Frame material, you know, these are all going to be steel. Okay. Fire rating, that some of the doors are in the catalog are fire rated doors. You know, that could be added in, and then any comments about the doors. Okay, so that's a way to get through those things. Now, we can come in here and we can rename door number. Okay, we can rename within the schedule. You can adjust, you know, the width of these, and it will show that same width adjustment on your sheet. You can adjust it on the sheet. You know, it works that way too. All right, and so now then these will show, we're going to show every instance of every door because they're in different locations. You could add a parameter, an instance parameter to your doors to give it a left hand or a right hand swing, or you could insert a comments over here in the column. Those work cool. And so let's look at window schedules quickly. And I was looking to see here if I've got a sample. No, I don't have a sample window schedule that I could look at. But in the 1129 videos, I give you a pretty good example of doing window schedules. The big thing here, and I'm not going to add every instance because they are, let's see, they are type mark. So that would go first. Of course, you know, since we got a multi-level building here, we could go level type mark count, and then oh, that's not, I don't want that. I want it just width. And height. And some of the windows, the description field is actually filled in. Some it is not. So you may end up having to use the assembly name. And we'll pull it in just to show you what it's like, okay? All right, so we'll go okay. Okay. Let's do some sort right here by level and by type mark. Okay. All right. So you can see we've only got 2 different types of windows. Okay, type 1 and type 4. we can rename this to, I don't remember what I said in that class, window mark, count, width, height, description. Okay, let's go back and look at the fields so we can see. Assembly description. I can't remember. Oh, no, it was family type. That's what it was. Okay, so that gives you that information. It's not real descriptive. But what we want to do with our window schedule is we will uncheck this so that it groups them together. Okay, and so we know that on the ground floor, window type 1, we've got 4 of them. On level 1, window type 1, we've got 4 of them. Level 1, window type 4, we've got 8 of them. Okay, so you see how that goes. So, because windows are the same all the way around. All right, so that covers a lot of creating schedules. We're going to hit a couple more things dealing with schedules on creating legends and those kinds of information. So I will pause this video and then come back shortly.